Okay, so look, we've already got the one done. Okay, we're gonna walk you through this one. This one's halfway done, but there's really not a lot to show. You're basically just painting it. Couple things to look out for. One, you want a quality paint. It does not have to break the bank, but just don't use a cheap, primer, for example, $10 a gallon. Don't use a primer just because it's white. The paint is too thin. Okay, you want some thickness to it. We always use Behr Marquee, Sherwin-Williams, just use something top of the line. But our color here is white, and the reason it is white and it's not black like that one's going to be, those colors that we used with the black flood coat of the metallic black, and then we put in the silver and the white, flowed those in there, and it'll all make sense here in the next couple of videos when we do the flood coat and stuff. The black color made all those colors a lot darker when the finish hit. So in this instance, for the bathroom 3 vanities here, copper, bronze stone, and I think a golden something. Those are the colors we're going to be using. So we can make those hit like their actual color, or we can put a black base down to make them hit darker. Or if we put a white base down, it's going to make them hit lighter. So that's the whole reason in selecting the correct color for your paint process and the seal coat and flood coat process. So right now, let's stick with what we got. We've got the white. We just want to show you finishing this top and really how to go about getting your edge work real crystal smooth. So I mean, right out of the container here, and again, this is why we set our stuff up this way. Scrap piece of board. I don't want all this paint, whether I had a paint tray to sit here or not, I don't want all this paint on here. So this kind of acts like a platform here for my paint, all my little goodies, and because it's clean, I can take that across there, smooth that out really well. That way I can see if there's anything left behind that my strainer did not get out of the paint. Yes, we did take this and dump it into a strainer to get those little boogers and stuff out. But, as much as we work back here, there's still things liable to be put in here. So that's why we do that. Let me get a little bit on here, show you, because I don't need a whole lot here working in this area. See, this kind of smooths it out there on the roller. It's nice and wet, but it's not sitting here dripping like when I first took it out. And then we want to put all this up here on the surface. I don't want to do anything on these edges or anything yet. This is going to take all this away, and I'm only going to go right here to the edge where it turns and curves. And I'm just going to stay with that. We're getting ready to do that here in just a second. There we go, just like that. And now look, what's getting ready to happen when I go to paint this, that streak I had laid out here, get that little guy away. Look, this is going to wet that up so I don't have to re-dip. Okay, it's going to make it a little thinner going across here, but look at that. When I get here to the edge, I go off until it is completely covered. Same with the back. Keep bringing it towards the back until it's completely done. Then that way that paint lip is sitting right here on the edge. I'm going to smooth my roller back out from the impression it made, make it a little bit flatter, and I'm going to go back over that edge right there where that little paint lip was. And then look, in doing so, now I can actually come out here on the front. This is why, if you get down here with me, Tom, when we did the back, I rolled into that curve a little bit, so now that I'm bent down here and looking, I can actually see and I don't have to go up under it. So I'm just going to start matching. Look, bring it off the edge. That way you don't accumulate any runs over here on the side. I'm just going to start matching this underneath. Okay, I didn't have hardly any paint on here. And then I'm going to run that right off until it's all covered. Then you can go back here on the face of it. lastly, that upper row. There we go. So look at that right there. I got the inside of this little lip here to get still. Just a little bit of it. I'd already done the rest. And Tom, tell me what you can see there in the camera. Can you see this lip? You can't see it? See if you can get up close. See that little lip? If you can see that lip, that's from me pushing on the side and then the paint comes up here on the top. That's why we come back over here and smooth this roller back right where it's kind of even. Then as I'm going up here, there we go. We can get those little paint lips off just like that. Now we're gonna let these two dry. Okay. Remember, we just sit here right in front of you, doctored up that seam. That's gonna dry. That's working for us. That seam there. The next step is that guy. So we'll do that here probably next 20, 30 minutes, but we've already showed you. So go ahead and close out. So we have covered fabricating, we've covered joining these together, we've covered hiding the seams, and we've covered the choice of base color paint that we put on here based on what your design is and what you want to see and how that will help your color. Or, you know, if you need to switch over to a darker color because you want to see those colors more bold and darker. So all this is catching you all up right now. We are all on the same sheet of music. The next video me and Tom go to put out, and that is going to be walking all these different guys in their seal coat, going through all that to be sure that everything is going for you guys at home correctly so that you don't have any surprises on the finish. I'm telling you, anybody that watches this series, and you can either make your own or you could literally scale up and start your own countertop business with this stuff right here. Till the next one, you guys, we'll see you back.